Hello subscribers and anyone else who's watching my video. It's Vic here from @foreverscrapping, and today I'm just sharing with you a process video that I did for a layout for one of the recent International National Scrapbooking Day challenges over on Bramble Fox, I think it was, and it was to scrap lift some of their designers. They scrap lifted themselves, and I decided to scrap lift the fabulous Nikki Rowland, although my layout didn't turn out quite like her original one. So I'd taken this fabulous photo of my youngest, Caris, very recently. We were going a little bit stir crazy, like everyone is at the moment, I think, and it was absolutely chucking it down with rain outside, and so we decided we'd go to the local park with the dog and grab the opportunity whilst no one was around. We got absolutely drenched, but she had a fabulous time walking through the stream, which was almost a river. It was going over the top of her wellies and everything, and she was coming out of the river and emptying her wellies. They were like, had their own little environment going on inside of them, and pouring the water from the wellies over her head. And I just thought, oh, we'll just go with the flow. And I managed to capture this photograph at the end of it with the dandelion tucked behind her ear. She definitely had a fabulous time, and it was lovely to see her smiling and happy and carefree, not worrying about anything. So I grabbed the opportunity, like I said, to use this photograph. It's not one of those photos that was going to hang around for long waiting to be scrapped. And I've used a cut file, which I got, I think it was a free cut file from Paper Issues, and I just edited it myself because it was a whole big group of clouds and I only wanted a few. So I've just sewed my plain cardstock, let that dry, and then I've spritzed it with some water and applied some of the pink Distress Oxide ink spray. I've applied that using the smishing technique, and in the end, as you can see there, just by applying it directly to my page, and also with some of just some normal watercolour. It's almost like a petrol-y blue colour. It's one of my favourites. I used to do art when I was at secondary school, and I still have these tucked away in the drawer, and this has always been my favourite colour. So I thought those colours went really well with the papers that I was going to use. The papers are from Heidi Swap Storyline collection, and I just love the softness of these colours. So I've used them to back that cut file that you can see, and I've also used the negatives from the cut file, just a couple of the white clouds that were spritzed out. I like to use the negatives on the cut files as well, just to add a few more details to the page and the layout. So I don't tend to throw those away when I'm cutting a file. So it's really nice phrases on the cut apart sheet from the Storyline collection. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and I just thought, although we're not talking about vegetables or fruits or pancakes or anything, once Caris was out and about in the rain and no one was around, it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I've cut that up and just backed it on some pinky paper. And I really wanted the photograph to stand out on this layout. The coat Caris was wearing was very, very pink, and with all the nice weather that we've had and then this rain, everything was so green and vibrant in the background. So I've distressed around the edges of those words with my scissors. I don't have a distressing tool, but sometimes I like to just run my fingernails along the edge to distress them, but I've used my crafting scissors this time. And then one of my new favourite papers that I've got is the Jen Hadfield Hey Hello paper, with the flowers. So many fussy cutting opportunities on that, and that's something that I really enjoy doing, making my papers work for me and stretch as far as possible in terms of how many layouts I can do with them. And those flowers are gorgeous, and I love the fact that when you fussy cut around them, that you still have like a little bit of that mustardy background around the outline, which I just really love those. So some of those had to make an appearance on my page as well. So just deciding where everything's going to go. And then I wanted to bring that photograph even more off the layout there, and I didn't want to use like loads and loads of papers, so just to use up some of the scraps of my papers there, just tucking like little bits behind, and now just going along and sticking them down just to make sure that they don't come off from where I want them. And it's a great way to back your photograph without using up a lot of cardstock. So you can add layers to it and cheat. So I've raised the words up off of the layout, because the Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy is going to be my title. And as you can see, most of that mixed media background that I created at the beginning is covered up, but that's what happens most of the time with mixed medias. It can look a bit of a hot mess on your layout, and you think, oh God, that's not going to work at all. But when you start adding all your papers and embellishments and photos and that on top, you just get like little sneak peeks, little subtle areas, and it does help everything just pop off the page a bit more. So I've got these really cute Bramble Fox umbrellas that came in, I think it might have been April's FoxBox. I can't quite remember, but I'd seen those, and when I got this photograph of Caris, I just wanted to use them. So the whole idea in terms of the colours of the papers and everything I used was really based around those three umbrella perspectives, which is why I chose the pink and the blue for my mixed media background, and then the slightly lighter, paler bluey greens and that from some of the storyline collection. And I love the effect and how it worked out. I think it worked out really well. Just drawing a black line with my my fine tip marker. I do that around most of my photographs actually. If they've got like, I try to print them with the white border around them, but I always end up drawing a line around. I think it just frames the photograph a bit more, and just helps emphasise that although I love doing all the arty-farty creative bits on a layout, that the main focal point really is the photograph and the story it's telling. So I've just gone around some of the paint splats with my fine marker as well, just to add a bit more detail, and then my journaling. And that's pretty much my layout really. So I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Thank you very much. If you have, please give it a thumbs up or a comment. Always try and reply. And if you'd like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate that as well. So thanks very much for joining me, and hopefully catch up with you again soon. Bye!